Saba, we are so honored that you came all the way out here from California to join us in Lubbock. So after watching back the video and thinking about your journey as a Red Raider, what does it mean to you to be the first recipient of this award?
Wow, where's that box of Kleenex? I mean, this is just such an honor. I am like absolutely blown away. Just like the other recipients, I'm also, well, they really deserve this, but I was like, what? What is this? This is amazing. Why me? I mean, there's just amazing alumni coming out of here from Lubbock, from Texas Tech, and I'm just extremely humbled and very, very honored. And yeah, the video turned out really cool. My husband's a videographer and photographer, Daniel. He's here, and he helped make that happen for us, and I'm really, really grateful. I think Texas Tech has given me the platform for me to pursue everything that I've done in my life, in my short life so far, and without being a Red Raider, I think none of this would have been possible. And I really echo the other recipients' sentiments when it comes to that. It really couldn't have been possible, and I know from here everything is possible. From here it's possible. I know we say that, but it seems kind of like, yeah, okay, cool, cliched, but really, I live in a very different place now in San Francisco, and I was able to bear banners far and wide across the world in many different stages in different countries, bearing the double T and doing the Reckham, and guns up everywhere I went, even though some people didn't know what that meant. And so it really is a really big honor for me to be here and for me to be recognized in this way. And it's my mission to continue doing what I do and helping the younger generation.
Absolutely. You mentioned in the video that science is your purpose. So what led you to gain this passion for the power of science?
Yeah, science really, I didn't know the power of science and math until I obviously came here, and I had never been to Lubbock. I had never been past west of Abilene. After I graduated from high school in Fort Worth. That's where my hometown is, and my family is here, traveling from there, and so many other mentors and friends have come from different places, and I'm really grateful. And yeah, I just didn't know it was possible for me, as I mentioned, to pursue higher education, right? And as a Texas resident, as someone who grew up in this state, it wasn't clear to me whether I could pursue education, pursue a public school like Texas Tech and pay in-state tuition, and that's a problem, right? But luckily, as of 2001, Rick Perry signed the Texas Dream Act, which allowed for documented young people like myself to be able to pursue an education, and without that, I wouldn't have been able to continue my educational journey. And it was folks like Mentor Tech, the Honors College, the TTUH HMI program, the Sizer program, College of Arts and Sciences, that really made it possible for me to come here. I fell in love with math right before coming to college here, and I wanted to be able to use the power of mathematics to understand biological problems and issues in medicine. And that's what I continue to do today. And my PhD advisor, Sean Rice, I know he was going to be here earlier, my great mentor, Lou Densmore, Julie Isom, the president of my fan club. She couldn't be here tonight, but it's people like them, that really told me from here I could do anything. And I realized, they let me find my path. It wasn't like, I was going to do a certain thing. I pursued a PhD in mathematical biology, which doesn't actually really exist here yet. I hope to help make that happen in the near future. But I was allowed to pave my way, and I was allowed to make my path, which, at another university, I'm not sure if that's really possible, right? I'm not sure if it would be so easy for someone to to create their own journey, their own educational journey. I learned the power of science, the power of mathematics to inform medicine and problems in biology through my experiences here at Texas Tech in the departments of biology and in mathematics. And yeah, it just continues to inform my mission, and that's been echoed earlier too, is helping people, helping develop pathways and tools to understand disease, to understand things like cancer, to understand things like infectious disease, things like COVID, and our body's responses to that. So all of that just started from here, and I couldn't imagine it any other way.
So one thing I think after your video a lot of us are wondering about, because not many people get to casually add Grammy winner to their resume, can you tell us how that all came about?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely do not take all credit for that, because I was one of many recipients of that award. Master John DeVersa, he's an amazing jazz musician out of the University of Miami. He created the music, the albums, and basically a lot of us young musicians and artists in the Dreamer immigrant rights community got together, and we performed and played music together, and we wanted to create the sense of urgency for our government to create pathways for citizenship for folks who've been here 2 or 3 or more decades, paying taxes, or are great members of the American society and contribute to our community, folks like myself, right? So we wanted to get the message out, but through music, right? When you hear music, something else happens in your brain, right? Physiologically, right? We have so many physicians here, I know you can attest to that. So we wanted to be able to take music and the power of music and art and help other people in our communities understand what it's like to live life as a young dreamer, and hopefully make some advancements. And the Recording Academy, which is in charge of the Grammys, they really loved that, and really loved the album, and gave it 3 Grammys, and we all got to go and to LA and they received the award together, and yeah, it was a really, really amazing experience and a really great honor.
That is very cool and wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So your background and journey led you to having a strong passion for immigration reform. So how did you turn that into becoming a true activist? And as we saw in the video, finding yourself being featured in news stories and documentaries?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I want to emphasize that none of that could have happened without, we talked about mentors earlier, right? None of this could have happened without the mentors and supporters that I had as a freshman, young freshman, trying to pursue an education. They heard my story, and they lifted me up on their shoulders, and they said, you know, we want you to share your story. We want you to tell other Red Raiders like what you're doing. We want you to help other young people. And I was like, what? Why? My story is one of millions, like, who cares? And they said, no, it's really important. And so it's on those shoulders that, you know, I was able to step on and share that story via that TED Talk, for example. And then that got a lot of global attention, and I got requests after that to be part of the movement and to continue to share the story and to continue, you know, been to DC countless times to help move this issue forward. But really, if it wasn't for my mentors and supporters here at Texas Tech University, I don't think any of that could have happened. I would have never gotten on the stage to share my story. I would have never opened up. I would have never had the platforms that I had in all my years here at Tech to do what I was able to do later on. And now it's become my mission to help other young people, immigrant young people in general, here in Texas, California, all over the country, pursue their dreams in higher education, whatever they may be, whatever field they want to be in. It's my life goal.
That is fantastic. Saba, you are such an incredible example of from here, it's possible. Your story of activism, entrepreneurship, and your achievement is just such a great example to us all, but especially for our students, our young alumni, and everyone who's come to this country and aspires to do big things. We honestly can't think of a more deserving recipient of our first ever Rising Innovator Award. So at this time, I'm going to step down, give you the microphone and the stage for any remarks you'd like to make.
Yeah, I had to make a little bit of a list because I have been here so long. As you heard, I've spent my entire adult life since I was a freshman in undergrad all the way through my PhD. And you know, when I was applying to PhD programs, a lot of my mentors said, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And I was already doing amazing undergraduate research with my research mentor, and he said for graduate school you go where the person is that you want to work with to do cutting edge research, and that was here. So I was like, I'm gonna stay here. So I continued to be here, and I just couldn't leave this community, this family. So I'm just really grateful for my journey, and to all the young people out there, know that it's possible to go from here to really anywhere across the globe, whatever you want to do. If you are, don't be shy, don't be timid, ask for help, seek mentorship. I think that is one thing that I really learned that I needed to do, and you have mentors all around you. And the hospitality that West Texas love, it's truly unique. You don't find this all across the world in this country. So I encourage you to continue to dare to dream, continue to just aspire for whatever it is that you want to achieve, and seek mentorship and support, because it's all around you and you can do it regardless of the adversities you face and any other background that you may have. It's possible. So yeah, I'm really, really deeply honored and grateful. Again, it was a surprise to me, but I'm glad this award exists, and I hope that it continues to exist in the near future. I want to thank my family, my parents. My parents are here from Fort Worth. They traveled to be here, who believed in me, and they let me come to school all the way out here to Lubbock, a town they'd never heard of, and I had never even been here until the week before school in 2011, and it was the same time I think the Haboob hit. So it was, I was like, oh, where am I? I don't know. But it's this West Texas climate and the spirit and the High Plains desert and the history and maybe the indigenous history. I mean, something here, it builds something inside you, and I would say that's resilience. And I was able to capture that from here and take it from here to wherever I am. Right now I'm in the West Coast in San Francisco, and that resilience and that nature really was built here, right here in Lubbock, Texas. My mentors and advisors here at the university, everyone from Mentor Tech, Honors College, the Sizer program, College of Arts and Sciences, the Math and Biology Department, Center for Campus Life, Student Affairs, Student Government Association, Division of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, the Innovation Hub, TTU Public Media, who made that film, Dream With Me, and so many more people and departments and organizations across the campus. Julie Isom, Lou Dinsmore, Sean Rice, Dr. Sharma, Michael San Francisco, Lisa Wong, Kathy Duran, Corey Powell, Dr. Koch, who's here, Kent Hance, former presidents Guy Bailey, Dwayne Nellis, and current president Lawrence Skovanek, Dr. Gary Fish and Carrie, who came all the way from Dallas to be here for me, who took me to medical missions in Guatemala to help give aid to people there. All of these experiences and these people have really made me who I am today, and I wouldn't be here without them. So thank you so much, and thank you to everyone here who helped organize, Kathy, Brett, Tasha, all of you. You're amazing, and I'm really just happy and honored to be here. Thank you.